It is Mr. To the End TV once more. I'm back again. Looks like this month I'm giving out a lot of information, and I love when I'm doing such things like this one because it makes me feel good that I'm sharing this information that can help people around the world. I'd like to welcome you once more to Till the End TV. It is Mr. Till the End TV, Mr. Leviamson. I'm back again. I'm giving you more information now, guys. At the time like this, people need a lot of information. And it is our duty as content creators to go and dig, bring that information we disseminate to people out there. And this is what we are doing. And this is what I'm doing right now. I've had a lot of people ask me, how much money, what is the total cost of me relocating from application until I relocate, I land in the USA? I've been trying to avoid this video, but I guess people need it so much. They want to start saving now so that it will be easy once they get their visas to go to the USA. So I took it upon myself to do this deep research and came up with an approximate amount of money that people should save. That's being per individual and as a family of 4. I'm using that as a research point. So guys, without wasting much of your time, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, because we'll be there to reply to your comments. So without wasting much of your time, guys, let's go and expound on what is at our plate as I give you lots of information. So like I always do, I always read, because this is a serious information that people need to understand properly. So the amount of money someone needs to save for the rotary process from application to relocation to the USA can vary depending on several factors such as family size, location, and lifestyle. Here is a general breakdown of potential costs, and I hope guys you pay attention. Relax, take your time, and you can even play as many times as you want over this video, because it carries a lot of information that can help you to plan for this DV rotary journey you're about to embark on. Right now, application is ongoing, and I'm very happy, and I'm wishing you all the very best as you apply, so that you come and join us in the USA. Okay, so I'm going to list the cost that you might encounter along the way, and then I'm going to expand by making sure that I give you information at each stage. So number 1 is the DV rotary application fees. Then second, cost after winning the DV rotary. Then under these costs, there's visa application fee. Under the cost of after winning DV, there's visa application fee, there's medical examination, there's visa insurance fee, then there's travel to the USA. There's also accommodation upon arrival, living expenses for the first few months, and then another one, additional expenses, and then the total estimated costs. Yes. So guys, let's expand upon these points so that we have a better understanding. I'm going to be very slow as I'm trying to ponder on these fees that are before your eyes. So the visa application fee. This is the cost you encounter after winning DV lottery. Remember, guys, I mean the DV lottery application fee. Sorry, the cost fee. The DV lottery entry fee is free. It is very free. When you're applying, it's very free. However, prior to application, we encounter a lot of small costs, such as the photo that you have to take from studios. Those guys should make sure that they give you the picture that meets the requirement, that's being the size and the color of the pictures. Those are the costs that I'm not going to include here, but I'm going to explain that you have to encounter such costs. Yeah, you also meet costs like traveling to the studios. Those are the costs that you encounter traveling. For instance, maybe the studio is maybe 2 miles, 3 miles. You have to jump on a small bus or maybe a taxi to go get those pictures. And if you're a family of 5, each and every person who's going to apply under you, you have to make sure they also get the pictures. So those are the costs that you might encounter. And please, I want you to be aware of scams who that claim that there are fees to enter. Those who say there are other websites that are duplicate of the same dvlottery.state.gov that will come say to maximize your chances of winning. They will claim money, you pay, then that's water that goes to them. It's water under the bridge. So don't subscribe to those websites. Let me give you the correct website before we go any further. The correct website where you apply for DV lottery, guys, is DV program, as in one word, dvprogram.state.gov. That's the correct website where you do the application. The moment that website opens, you go down where you see green, it requires you to begin application. That's the correct website. So application is free of charge. You pay nothing during application process. Then the second one, now we're coming down, the cost after winning the DV lottery. This is now you start encountering costs. Those are costs that you have to go with, that you encounter at the embassy. So the amount of money that you have to save the person who's going to accompany you at the embassy during the interview's time, being it a baby or an adult, is $330. If they have increased, you can check on the website of your local embassy. This is the money that you go and pay before you do the interviews. It's $330. After winning, you will need to apply for the immigration visa. This fee is paid direct to the USA embassy during the visa interviews. So this is how much this is the visa fee that you have to pay at embassy before you do the interview. You have to pay $330, and they do it. That's how it's supposed to, because if you pay after, some people can run away. They don't pay the money that belongs to the embassy. Yeah. So the next one, and this one you even pay before. This one you pay before you go for the interviews. That is the medication fee, the medical fees. What it is, when you win DV lottery, the embassy, after you receive the first notification letter, the embassy, you fill a form called DS260. After filling the form DS260, you will send it to Contact Consular Center, who will respond to you in what we call the second notification letter. That second notification letter will have the people who do medicals on you. They will even give you the location in that particular embassy, in that particular country. They will tell you who to see for these medicals. And that money is paid to those doctors who are in charge of doing the medicals. That money doesn't go to the embassy. It goes direct to the people who do the medicals. They have their own specified doctors, their own qualified doctors who do the medicals on you, because they have got a specific thing they are looking in unto you. So medicals are done before the payment of $330. So this amount of money varies per country. So let me just give you a rough amount of money. It's it costs between $100 to $500. And for instance, for a family, I believe young children are even more expensive than adults, because they have to inject some shots that you adults have. So it will be much cheaper for adults compared to the young ones, because they have to give them some jabs that they do not have. So this amount of money is paid before you go for interview at the embassy. So approximation is between $100 to $500. So the person, before the visa interviews, you must undergo a medical exam by an approved physician. The cost varies depending on the country's rule. Yeah, this one varies according to that particular region, to that particular country. That's the medical fees, guys. And then the visa issuance fee. The visa issuance fee. So this visa issuance fee is called, actually this is a green card fee. This fee is required to process and issue a permanent resident card, which is a green card, after arriving in the USA. This amount of money you choose to pay before you leave your country or upon arrival, you have to pay this amount of money so that they can process your green card. And this green card is the document that will even ease up your stay, because when you want to go and apply to get a driver's license, to get a state ID, they will ask you for this green card. So you have to pay for it. The advantage is flexible. You can pay upon arrival, or you can pay before you leave. But for the sake of doing things in a fast manner, you pay before you leave your own country. So travel expenses. I believe this is what most people want to understand. If you check in one of my videos, I did a video where I was saying you can reduce the air ticket fee if you book in at a particular time. So you can check in one of my videos and then you find this information. So because there are ways you can manage to reduce this amount of money. For instance, you are supposed to leave after 2 months, meaning you have enough time to book the air ticket. But if it's an emergency kind of traveling, it's going to be very expensive, because the airline will have to create space for you, and it's going to be very expensive for you. So there's a way you can reduce this amount of money. But I'm just going to give you an approximation according to the airline fees. Yeah, so this one you need to keep us between $700 to $2,000 per person, like I said. However, you can reduce this amount of money. If you are a big family and you don't want to spend a lot of money because you don't have enough money at that particular time, what you do, you can buy one ticket for the many applicants. They travel. Once you remember, the visa that you get is valid for 6 months from the day that you do medical counting starts. So the moment you leave, you land here, you wait maybe between 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you get your social security number, then you start work. So you can now be able to buy a ticket at a cheaper rate. The reason why I'm saying it's going to be cheap, because you at your own country, you have to convert your money into the US dollars. But when you are already here and you want to buy ticket for your family, you just need you pay direct in dollars, which means it's going to be cheap for you. But when you are that side in a different country, you have to convert your money into the US dollar, which is going to be very expensive, because you remember a dollar is always high to other currencies, so you're going to have to pay a lot of money. But that's one way you can be able to buy cheap air ticket at that particular. You can travel, and then within 6 months you should be able to buy air ticket for your family. Then you would have paid less than you could have paid if you came at once, and you don't have enough money to fund the trip for 5 family members. Yes. So the ranges is between $700 to $2,000, which is fair on the side. And also important to budget for additional costs such as the bags. If the baggage, if you carry more bags, maybe more than what the airline tells you, as in weight, you are likely to add on the luggage, which is going to be expensive on your side. Then the other amount of money you have to keep as well is the accommodation upon arrival. For instance, you will be lucky if someone agreed to host you, but if you want to stay in a hotel, you have to keep enough money for your accommodation. Let me give you just a breakdown. Of course, if mostly if you can't afford to pay for lodge, there are lodges which seem to be a bit cheaper, and hotels. So they range, because you can pay maybe weekly, but they would maybe want you, since you are a new person and you don't have credit scores. Just a minute. Okay. For instance, let's say you want to book for a hotel, they range between $1,000 to $3,000 per month. So this amount of money, here people, you are likely to pay per week. Maybe if you are lucky, you pay maybe $250 per week. That's per night you spend. Per week. Then you multiply that by one month, it's going to be $1,000. That's the cheap. But the most expensive one, you're likely to pay maybe $300 per night. When you compare that amount of money, it's going to be within the range of $3,000, maybe $2,000 to $3,000. You have to be ready to keep for that money amount. And for you, when you are newbie in this country, you need to save money maybe for 3 months before you find a job. So you have to save closer to like $3,000 just for accommodation. But when you're alone, and maybe if you've got someone to host you, well and good, because you won't pay any amount of money, because someone is going to host you for free. And the other expenses is living expenses for the first new month. Yes, cost ranges between $5,000 to $10,000 for a small family. Maybe for an individual, you can even just keep maybe $300 to $200. That is enough for a month, because you just buy food, and then if you are able to cook and prepare for your own food, just buy in bulk so that it can last you for 2 months. Without you buying any food. Here people are used to buy food, and they used to buy lunch and supper. So when you are coming from Africa, where we're used to cook, you try to save money so that you have enough money with you. And so it ranges within between 5,000 10,000 for individual or small families. It is advisable to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved as before you find a job in the USA. These costs include rents, groceries, transportation, and utilities. This amount will depend on where you plan to live. As cities like New York or San Francisco are significantly more expensive, and the smaller cities or rural areas, they are at least affordable. So don't go to New York, because New York will make you sure regret having to have come to the USA. And other additional costs, additional expenses such as miscellaneous fees, costs for things like document translation. Maybe you want to translate your document into, maybe it's from Arabic to English. So those are the costs that it will cost you, because you have to go online and pay people to translate your documentation for them to understand if they want to employ you. So and interviews, policy clearance, and certificates, and health insurance. This is one of the most expensive things here. It is important to consider buying health insurance once you arrive in the USA, since medical costs in the USA are high. Having coverage is critical. Plans may vary, but it could cost anywhere from $1,500 per month, depending on the coverage. However, you can even pay less than $100 per month, depending on just on the insurance that you sign up with. So let me now give you the final total cost. That's an estimate. I'm not telling you these are the costs. It could be more expensive, or it could be less expensive. So you choose and do your own numbers. So the total estimate cost you for a single person, it should range between $3,000 to $10,000. It just depends with the cities you go to. And then for a family of 4, it ranges between $10,000 to somewhere $25,000. However, this money is just an estimate. It's not the final amount. If you go to other states like the southernmost states of the USA, this is too much money. You can find accommodation ranging between $700 to $1,200. Just depends with the state. Otherwise, this was the information I gathered after my own research, and I felt like I need to give you this information as you apply, so that you start saving now. So thank you so much, people, and I hope you share this video, you make some comments, so that we help many people who are planning to come to the USA. Thank you so much, people. Bye bye. I love you. Take care.